Well, I don't know how, oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. So this is going to be a fun class. I don't know how the summer has been treating you, or if you are encountering summer weather as much as we are here in Texas. I'm in Dallas, but we are under a crazy heat index advisory, whatever you want to call it. So it doesn't seem like there could be anything more appropriate than a class about fun in the sun and the ways that Young Living products can help you as you navigate this summer weather. So again, I have the hiccups. I tried to delay a little bit to see if I could get rid of them. They've been all of my tricks have not worked for the day as they've come and gone, but I'm excited to attempt to teach this class anyway. So grin and bear it with me and we'll get through it. So of course, fun in the sun, the first thing that I think about, I'm fair skinned. I have to go to the dermatologist and get checkups for bad sunspots or moles or anything. So the first thing that comes to mind for me is, of course, skincare. And so we're going to talk about kind of the trifecta of skin loving products that Young Living has to offer you. So of course, too much skin exposure to the sun can not only put you at higher risk of skin cancer, but it also can prematurely age the skin. I think we all know that by now, right? Like this is why many moisturizers come with SPF in them. All of these things is why we've been told to wear our skin protection on a daily basis, because it does show sunspots and wrinkles and all those kinds of things and prematurely age the skin. So you want to filter out the UVA and UVB light waves in order to protect your skin. If you can't avoid the sun, then you can use sunscreen to block those waves out. But most of the stuff that you're going to find in stores today has a ton of chemicals in them. So just one example is oxybenzone. If you want to look that up, that's in most just like things you're going to pick up at a big box store. That's not something you want to be spreading on your skin, especially reapplying throughout the day. If you're like on a vacation and you're out in the sun all the time for multiple days on end, then this is where Young Living really comes to the rescue. Young Living is made with the Young Living mineral sunscreen is made with ingredients you can feel good about. It's got protection against UVA and UVB rays without the harsh chemical ingredients that are on the like no thank you list. It's got hypoallergenic ingredients and of course essential oils, including helichrysum, carrot seed, and sacred frankincense. So it's a gentle sunscreen that rubs on smoothly, so you can effortlessly apply it when outdoor. It is a little on the thicker side because mineral sunscreen can be that way, as a kind of a hack for sunscreen application. And this is great for, and I've seen this online. That's why it's fresh in my brain, is to take like one of your makeup blenders, like the puff sponges or anything like that, and put the sunscreen on the blender to put it all over your face and do it for your kids and stuff. And it'll make sunscreen application so much easier. And you won't be fighting and have it, everybody whining that you're rubbing too hard or whatever. So take a blender, like a makeup blender sponge, and maybe put it in a baggie or a reusable pouch and just keep that in your sunscreen stuff to help with that thicker application go on a little bit smoother. We also should talk about what to do if you have had a little too much sun. If you stay out too long, you can use and recover with the Lavaderm After Sun Spray. And it's a naturally derived sun spray and offers relief from pain and itching of the minor burns, minor cuts, sunburns, scrapes, insect bites, minor skin irritations, or any of those types of things. So this is a really handy thing to have on hand if you've got a camping trip coming up, or if you're going to the lake or going to the beach or those kind of things. Even better if it's kept in the refrigerator. That's not because it needs to be kept in the refrigerator, just because it really has that soothing effect when it's cool. So then lavender is also lavender essential oil just by itself is just a really great sunburn soothing to help heal the skin. Too, if you have lavender, maybe get some of the pure aloe vera and just put some lavender in that, and that will just help you soothe that redness really quickly. And then after that, of course, you want to moisturize. Young Living's coconut lime replenishing body butter has lime essential oil and uses plant-based ingredients, and it helps deeply moisturize your skin with a non-greasy formula. So this is also a plug for other deeply moisturizing products that we talk about: rose ointment and animal sense ointment. Animal sense ointment, both are deeply moisturizing, and that would also help with dry skin or lips that have had too much time in the sun. Also, just as an aside, many people love the coconut lime body butter during pregnancy to help ease with the stretch marks and stuff like that, and ease the skin as it stretches. So there's a quick preview of our quick thought through skincare in the sun. Next up is bugs, of course. Living here in Texas, mosquitoes come like a fog. I hate them. And so I have this insect repellent. I won't be without it. This is great for gnats and flies, and even places like the beach, sometimes you don't even think about, if there's not that steady stream of wind, or you just get a little bit inland, you might find yourself needing insect repellent even there. So it's tempting to reach for classic insect repellents, but you might want to look over and make sure and see if DEET is one of the active ingredients. Of course, DEET is a registered pesticide. It's a member of the toluene chemical family, and it's an organic solvent used in rubber, plastic, cements, and paint removers. It's absorbed through the skin, just like anything we put in our skin, and passes into the blood, of course. People can have allergic skin reactions to that, eye irritation. A 2013 analysis of about 4,000 DEET-related calls to poison control centers found that 450 people needed medical treatment after applying DEET, and 2 had died. So 450 people needing medical treatment out of a assessment of 4,000. I mean, that is like 10% odds. So, you might want to consider that as you're looking for DEET. I mean, obviously, in some cases, people might have to reach for DEET products. Some say it's okay if it's in low doses, or, you're putting it just on your clothing. There's all these things. It's obviously DEET is not recommended for pregnant women or children who are really young. And even for kids ages 2 to 12, they don't recommend high doses of it, and maybe only a once-a-day application. So a lot of experts do say that DEET in some small amounts of low concentrations might be considered safe, but you should start. I think you should really consider starting with a plant-based product first, like what Young Living's offering, to see if you can kind of remedy your situation with that. Of course, you can also, I know it's summertime, but you can also just kind of like wear different clothing. If you find yourself in a really prone area for ticks or things like that, you can tuck your pant legs into your socks, and you can kind of make sure you're wearing long sleeves, long pants, those kinds of things, if you're able to do that. And just, try and minimize your skin exposure at all. And of course, immediately shower after you've come in from the outdoors. That can help kind of especially if there's any really small ticks or anything hiding, that can help get them off. And then just make sure you're checking for that. But Young Living's insect repellent has been tested to repel mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas using 100% naturally derived plant-based ingredients. It's got a base of pure sesame oil and a carefully selected blend of a lot of oils. There's probably 8 or 10. I was just looking at the ingredients of it the other day. And it comes together to make up all 99% of the active ingredients in this formula. The other 1% of the active ingredients is vitamin E. So that means you can use it on your little ones and not worry about the synthetic chemicals used in many of the traditional repellents. And it's got a really pleasant citrusy, citronella-y aroma and a smooth, non-sticky application. And they're also sold in wipes if you would prefer that. I've heard people say that they really like the wipes to use on like their pets or anything like that. So with this insect repellent, it's not the spray kind. You put it in your hand. It's got a pump bottle top. This is an old, I think you can't really see the angle of this very well, but it's got a pump top, and you pump it into your hand and kind of put it on any of your exposed skin areas. And you need to reapply if you find yourself in a really like densely and you're sweating and things like that. Of course, you're going to need to reapply, 3 to 4 hours, just like you would any kind of spray. But this is, if you prefer a spray, you can kind of take this and figure out a concoction of an amount of this with an amount of witch hazel and a spray bottle, and you can kind of make your own spray in that way. I find it works most effectively when it's just applied straight from the bottle, whatever, and rubbed on. That's been and I've used this in some really like rugged places, and it's worked pretty well, even when I'm really putting it to the test. But that's when I put it on direct application. I think that when the handful of times that I've tried to spray it, it just hasn't worked as well. So if it's not a big concern, it's not like a crazy problem, then maybe the spray, you coming up with your own spray is fine. I also like to keep in my purse, and I've been making with a few people on my team here in Dallas, a half, take a 15 milliliter and fill it halfway with the insect repellent, and then fill the other half with witch hazel, and then pop a roller top on that. And I like to keep that in my purse, so that, you're out on the patio, or you're at somebody's house, or you're having lunch on the, in a shaded area or something, but you just forgot to bring the insect repellent. You can just pull that out of your purse and roll that on wherever you need it. So that's something I like to keep on hand. I mean, mosquitoes are sort of like endemic to to our area, and so I just don't want to be without it. But if you prefer wipes, those are available as well. You can also kind of make your outdoor spray for your clothes or your lawn chairs or your outside furniture, those kinds of things. Think of the insect repellent as for direct application to the skin, and something like this would be great to cover your actual clothes or whatever. So here's a recipe. It's got 20 drops citronella, 20 drops rosemary, lemon, and thieves, 20 of each. Add them to a 4-ounce spray bottle. Fill 50-50 distilled water and witch hazel, and then shake before each use. And you can spray that on, just whatever, spray it before you go out, spend time outside. And just be careful of the photosensitivity of that lemon if it directly hits your skin. Just be aware. So there is some outdoor spray ideas if you're the spray loving type, or you prefer to, kind of coat your clothes. Next up, I want to talk about tummy time. Any travel, especially flying or car trips, right, can wreak havoc on your digestive system. Either it can cause acute stress. Quality food choices, like when you're on the road or when you're in the airport or whatever, they may be limited or very expensive, and so maybe like not in a price range to get a family, like in my case, a family of 6, feed you in an airport in some possible way. And then there's the impact of sitting for long periods of time in a car or a plane. And just us walking and moving and moving about is part of what helps our digestive system do its job. So when we're kind of upending those routines, then there's a chance that our digestive system has a little problem with it. So some of it's unavoidable for summer traveling, but there are essential oils that you can apply to your abdomen to keep a good, happy stomach while you're going. So I love this roller. It's a great roller to have on hand just in general. Sure, for travel, for the things that you might eat that may not agree with you, all of those things. But this is just a good one to have on hand. It has peppermint, which is cool and bright and calming, and it's got great, it has a tingling sensation on the skin. And then Digest, of course, Young Living's a really unique essential oil blend, but all-time favorite, one I'll probably never be without. And it has a combination of oils that really have worked for digestive systems for a long time. So you would add 15 drops of Digest and 10 drops of peppermint into a 10 milliliter roller, fill the rest with V6 oil or a carrier oil of your choice, and keep that on hand. And so you can either roll it clockwise around your actual navel, or on your stomach. You can, if you're having indigestion, you can kind of roll it from your throat down to your sternum. Any of those kinds of things is how you can think about how you would use it. I also wanted to do the aroma ring, specifically the Aroma Ease version of it. Now this is something that was introduced a few years ago, and it's now on sale. So it's only available for a limited time while supplies last at this sale price. But this aroma ring is an 8-pack that has its own sealable thing that you can open. I should have brought some in so I could show you, but it has a little clear silicone plastic thing that you kind of clip to your nose. And you can't really see it once it's on your nose, but you can definitely smell it. And it's infused with aroma ease. So there's two, there's the lavender aroma ring, and then there's the aroma ease aroma ring. And this would be really, really great for kind of a soothing, long-lasting, personal sort of passive diffuser. So it's really great when you're experiencing sensitivity to smells or feeling butterflies in your stomach, or you're having, just, I really like peppermint for travel sickness, or for car sickness or motion sickness. So aroma ease would be really great for that. It smells sort of spearminty. It's got peppermint, spearmint, ginger, cardamom, and fennel is what aroma ease is made up. And aroma ease is really great for stomach upset, nervousness that settles in the stomach. So if that's you, aroma ease is a great oil, but this aroma ring, while it's available still, is a really good option for you to consider and think about having, that you can just kind of break that open, stick it on your nose, and not have to think twice about it. For other digestive things, I really like Allerzyme. That's really great if you eat too much of something. It has some of those digestive enzymes that helps your body kind of break and process down, especially when it comes to like starches and carbs and sugars and things like that. Of course, probiotics are really great. And if you find that your diet is sort of like inconsistent, or you're not getting as much greens, of course, multi-greens or Ningxia greens would be a really great addition to your travel routine, just to kind of keep you going, keep you regular, make sure your body's getting the things that it needs on vacation mode. Joints and muscles. After long stationary hours of traveling, it feels really great to stretch and get there, but you can also enhance that experience by putting deep relief, or deep relief, of course, is a roll-on, and it has peppermint, wintergreen, dorado azul, and helichrysum. It's convenient for that quick cooling relief on your joints. You can kind of put it anywhere. And you can also try Panaway oil, which is a combination of wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, and peppermint. And it's really popular. It comes in the starter kit. Many people love it, and it's really good for tired muscles or joints or backs who have not been happy with where you've set them for the last few hours. CBD muscle rub would also be really great for this as well. So just maybe consider throwing that into your bag, or traveling with it if you're going to be out on the go. We certainly don't want to forget about sleep. Sometimes it's hard when you wake up in a different place, or you're not comfortable, or there's loud and unfamiliar noises. Wake up a million times. Another big thing is light. If there's any new light, like a bright alarm clock, or a power button on a TV, or the shades on the curtains don't draw in your hotel room or your Airbnb, like that can even affect you. So if you're not getting a good night's sleep, of course, it's going to make your travel experience less than ideal. So if you're looking for a great combo for having good sleep, this lavender, cedarwood, and throwing a little valerian in is a really great option too. It's just key to maintaining your healthy lifestyle. It can improve your memory. Good sleep can curb harmful inflammation in your body, lower your stress, improve your mood. The list could just go on and on and on. Also, just even like something as simple, this is like science facts. You can look at the effects of having limited sleep is you actually crave sugary things. Like it increases your desire for sugary things. So even that, like that's part of health, maintaining a healthy weight, all those being exactly in the healthy mode that you want to be in, like even that will disrupt it. So if you can throw a diffuser in, that's great. You put 3 to 4 drops of lavender or cedarwood, valerian, lavender, cedar, stress away, frankincense, like any of those calming oils would be really great to have on hand, and you'll be counting your sleep in no time. Of course, Rutavala is a really great roller. I love that one for sleep. It doesn't smell super, but it has ruta, valerian, and lavender. So we've got 2 mentioned here. That's where you get rutavala. And it is just a really powerful sleep blend. And then the Calm CBD roller is also one. Tranquil rollers. There's a lot of really great. I find the rollers are really easy and convenient to kind of throw in, because they can sort of be a catch-all in a lot of ways, and they're really easy to travel with. So maybe consider a roller ball for this option too. And EmuPro is really great if you're adjusting to time zones, because it has that low dose of melatonin in it. And so just taking a melatonin EmuPro, or one or 2 EmuPros when you're trying to adjust to your new sleep cycle, is a really great way to help yourself do that. Of course, travel is beneficial and healthy for us, but it also puts us into contact with a lot of other people. Even if you're not traveling by air, you're being exposed to people at airports or things like that, you're going to be introduced to more and more people at gas stations or restrooms or things like that. So the obvious ways of taking care of yourself are getting good sleep and staying hydrated and eating well and washing your hands frequently with water and soap. But you can help kind of support your body stay above the wellness line with this Be Well roller. And so you could put this on your feet and along your spine every night before sleep. You could do this for your whole family, put it as part of your kiddos' bedtime routine, maybe as you're reading of a book or settling them down into their beds. But this calls in a 10 milliliter bottle for 20 drops lemon, 10 drops each of frankincense, oregano, tea tree, thieves, and peppermint, and then fill the rest with carrier. And it's just sort of one that you can just help kind of help your immune system be into the best possible gear that you can. I also have traveled with Ningxia Red. And I like to buy, you can buy either, of course, Ningxia in the bottles or the 2-ounce sachets. And I like to travel with the 2-ounce sachets. I've traveled internationally on airplanes and stuff, so it's no problem because it's less than 4 ounces. I just put them in their own clear plastic bag, even in my carry-on. I put them in my own clear plastic bag, and I just take them out at the TSA checkpoint and run them through. But I like to take one of those a day, just sort of thinking about it as my multivitamin, an easy way to handle that. And, just rounding out indulgences that we might partake in when we're traveling or on vacation mode and maybe aren't rounding out our diets well. So think about maybe buying that 2-ounce sachet pack, the 30 pack, and spreading it around to everyone. So fear not in traveling with Ningxia Red sachets. It is no problem. Calming things, it can be stressful, right? It inevitably brings some degrees of occasional stress, and things rarely go as planned. I've never heard of somebody having a vacation that went exactly how they thought it was going to go. So especially if you're somebody who's inclined to anxiety or stress or thinking through what could possibly go wrong here, having some calming oils on hand would be really beneficial for you. There are several essential oil blends that can help promote the feelings of calm and ground you during occasional stress of travel. They can give you a boost and get you through whatever's kind of thrown your way. Of course, Valor is a tried and true favorite. It's one of the most popular products. It's woodsy, positive scent, and it comes from a blend of black spruce, camphor, blue tansy, frankincense, and geranium. And it's just really great. Like, just when I don't know, when I'm not sure, I just grab Valor, because it's, especially when anything emotions is going on, Valor is always one you can grab. You can also, there's a Valor roll-on. You can make your own Valor roll-on. Just think about having that. Peace and Calming, of course, is a gentle, sweet blend of ylang-ylang, orange, tangerine, patchouli, and blue tansy. Relaxing environment, especially great for kids and homes that have children, and even some pets can benefit from Peace and Calming. Let's be honest. Stress Away, Stress Away is the first blend that Young Living made that included vanilla. So if you like the citrusy and sweeter things, Diffuser type blends, stress away is probably going to be your preference. If you like the grounding herby things, peace and calming is probably going to be your preference, but either way, those are both great to have in hand. In fact, they smell good when put together. I know that sounds crazy, but if you put equal amounts of them in a diffuser, that smells really good. These are all Valor, peace and calming, stress away, all available. And again, those roller balls, which make it really convenient to kind of throw into a travel pack and go, or have it in your purse. So don't forget the calming things. Don't forget that you're going to run into stress. Don't travel without the oils that come and go with your tried and true things. So there's a ton of other great travel hacks that we could talk about. We won't belabor the point. I just wanted to kind of get you thinking about what is entailed in a summer vacation, and when you're traveling and when you're out in the sun, and then kind of get your mind going. So if you have any other secrets you want to share, or any hacks that you have, leave them in the comments. I thought of a bunch, and I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to, maybe one time we'll do a class that's just like Young Living hacks. And it's like using things for Young Living that you wouldn't think, or ways that you could use them that would be different, or you wouldn't think about using. I don't know, maybe one day we'll do a hacks class, because that's like a popular thing right now. So anyway, I hope that if you are headed on vacation, that it is a good one. If you have a vacation planned in the future, I hope that you'll incorporate some of your Young Living products to help you have just the best possible trip that you could have. And we'd love to hear what other types of travel tips you might have. Share them in the comments. Thanks for joining.